Hello, welcome to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to introduce a free website and you can practice grammar there because you may have grammar books at home. You don't have to spend a lot of money on anything now. You can make use of these websites. Please don't spend a lot of money on grammar books and end up thinking that you will improve, you will become fluent just because of the grammar books. It doesn't work that way. I've written down a couple of websites. So today I'm going to introduce a website that will help you decide the level, your grammar level. And after that, I'll teach you how to use these pages to work on sentence structure, communication, and fluency. It's not enough that you just work on the grammar sheets. We have been doing it since childhood. But you need to use those sentences to build a context. I always tell my learners, please learn grammar from a context, with a context. Otherwise, you'll make mistakes. Now, some of the practice sheets definitely make use of individual sentences, separate contexts, but I will teach you how to add. Okay, so if you're struggling to find topics, if you're struggling with ideas, you can begin here. The initial steps can be taken here. Okay, so this is a website. I'm also going to use my mobile phone and you will be able to see the interface on the screen. As I mentioned, you're going to learn how to use these practice sheets to work on sentence structure. Because many people tell me, ma'am, I'm not able to work on my sentence structure. But this will definitely help you. If you're working on your computer, it's great. But if you're using your mobile phone or tab, make sure you read every question carefully. Because some of the questions are slightly tricky. So you need to really think and then tick your answer. There's a set of objective questions. Keep a card as this. So these cards are available on Amazon, Flipkart. Make use of them or have papers and a pen or pencil. This is the second step to that activity. So you can see the interface here. This is Oxford Online English. I've given the link in the description. And you can take this English grammar level test. There are 40 questions. And it will tell you the level. Make sure that you answer all the questions when you're free, when you're calm, and when you are quiet. Okay? Don't worry if you don't know the answer because they're going to give you the right answers. Towards the end of this quiz, it's like a quiz, you can analyze, they will give you the level. And after that, we are going to do the next activity once you get the answer. So first you do the 40 questions. For example, you can see, by next month, I dash all my exams and I can relax. So this is slightly tricky. What's the right answer? It's actually, I will have finished all my exams and I can relax. Not I will finish. By next month, I will have finished all my exams and I can relax. Okay? So like that you can do, you go to the next one. Okay, you can also go back if you want to change an answer. But once you click submit, then you get the right answer. This is the first website that I'm going to introduce. Suppose you make a mistake. Okay, I'll just choose one sentence from here. Now look at this. I dash like getting up early. So the answer is I don't like getting up early. You can see that. So I don't like getting up early. There are people who make mistakes here also. Okay, not because they don't know, they say I doesn't. So you write this sentence on the paper. This is the next step to the activity. Okay, it's not enough that you just practice. Because if you're going to practice individually, it's not going to help you. The sentence is I don't like to wake up early, to get up early. Try to add a context. Okay, so you can say, usually I am supposed to wake up at 5 so that I can leave for work around 7:30. But I don't like to wake up early, this early. So on weekends, I sleep. I sleep till 9 o'clock, sometimes 10 o'clock. But then I have to finish my household chores as fast as possible. Now, you may not be able to make all these sentences, but add short sentences. For example, every day I wake up around 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Then I prepare a cup of coffee or tea, or I have warm water. You know why I'm asking you to add these sentences? So that you will come to this. And then you just think. You want to say that you don't like waking up early. I don't prefer. Yeah, I am not an early bird. I can't wake up so early. I just wait for the weekends. Like that, you can add your own thoughts. Because many people ask you to think in English. You have to think in English, and at the same time, you have to completely transform that thought into the language, the desired language. It's not translation. It's never translation, because translation in itself is a process. You cannot translate English from another language, and that is a very bad method. I would say incorrect method. It is misleading many people. Please don't do that. Even in the beginner level, you can just avoid doing it. Add your own sentences. Then you can think of the day you woke up late. You have to use past tense. 2 months back, I had a meeting at 7 o'clock, and I had to just go online. I had to log into my Zoom application or Google Meet, and that was at 7 o'clock. But I woke up at 6:50. I had to brush my teeth, then I had to prepare myself, be presentable for the meeting, because my boss, my managers, or maybe my colleagues, everybody were supposed to attend that meeting. So like that, you have to speak about the meeting when you got late and what happened after that. All of them were supposed to attend the meeting, and I just wondered if I would be able to make it. I think within 10 minutes, I managed to brush my teeth, take a bath, and of course, I was not able to have my breakfast, but I sat for the meeting, and the meeting ended by 9 o'clock. So like that, you have to recollect. It's a time for you to think about the meeting. You have to imagine and make your own context. So like that, you will get 40 sentences. Add details, even if you don't want to think of the third step. So first step is to complete the analysis. Okay, you have 40 questions. Understand your level. Today, they may say you are beginner level. Tomorrow, it may get upgraded to the next level. Whatever it is, write down the sentences where you got confused or where you felt slightly underconfident, because you have to use these sentences in daily conversations, and sometimes we evade those contexts because we are not sure of the grammatical syntax, the structure. Okay, so you write down those sentences that confuse you, that causes problem in construction. You write it down and then add the short sentences before and after. So you will have preceding lines and succeeding lines. It's like a context, yes. And then writing always helps you with clarity. Write one paragraph. After doing the speaking activity, there are 3 steps. One is take up the test, and that's for maybe you'll finish it maybe within 20 minutes or half an hour. It's okay, I'm just giving the maximum time. Don't simply tick the options. You have to read the question, assess, analyze, and then tick the answer. Don't overthink, because sometimes overthinking can lead to wrong answers, incorrect answers. Okay, so just think and click the option. After that, you check your score. Write down the sentences where you made mistakes, because it will show the entire paper. Write down those mistakes that are marked in red bars. Write it down and then practice with those sentences. Develop that into context. So it's like wherever you made a mistake, that sentence is expanded to a context, and it really helps people with communication, with clarity of thought. Do not plan. You have to do it, because your progress begins when you take the action. I know you all are very happy with shadowing practice. Shadowing is a technique that helps you with articulation and to an extent maybe sentence construction, but it's not the only method. That alone is not going to help you with fluency. It's one of the strategies, it's one of the effective techniques, but that's not it. There are people who just practice shadowing for 30 days and expect to be fluent in English. No, there is a way to do it. And this particular website, I immediately thought about those people who don't find time to create their context. Make use of this. So I will just go back to some of the instructions given there. Now on this particular page, you can find your level, and if you want to enroll in sessions, you have to pay, because during the class you will be analyzed and you will be corrected, given feedback. But apart from grammar, you have the other tests also, like listening level test is there, vocabulary level test, reading level test is there. So I'll just open listening level test. Of course, you can analyze. You play the first one. The first question is, where is the woman from? So they will play the context, okay?
You're from Russia, aren't you?
No, I'm from Croatia.
Oh, really? Is that near Germany?
Not really. It's about 2 hours by plane.
I'm sorry, I should study geography.
Don't worry about it.
So where is the woman from? She's from Croatia. He asked whether she's from Russia, but actually she's from Croatia. Okay? So like that, you have to listen and then you have to answer. It's not very difficult. Again, here also you can develop this into a context, because sometimes people may ask you, are you from Andhra Pradesh? Are you from Delhi? You can say, no, I'm not from Delhi. I'm from this place. And then they may ask you further about the distance, the kilometers, or even specific details about the place. Are you studying? Are you doing some degree? Are you working there? Like that, you have to develop that. Every time it's not possible to get a co-speaker, a co-learner, but confidence builds when you create and expand these contexts. It actually helps. Maybe 10 years back, we never had all these options to connect with different people. Recently, people began these platforms. In some way, it is misleading. In some way, it's really helpful. But whatever it is, even if it's helping you, you have to create your own context. When you appear for an interview, when you take part in discussions, when you want to speak about something very important, pertinent in the meeting, you have to definitely create your own sentences. So when you do shadowing, when you enroll in practice sessions, you may not necessarily get the space to create. Creativity comes from these small corners and spaces you create for yourself. And this is known as creating the environment, okay? And then you can work with your tutor, mentor. You can also talk to somebody. So this is one of the websites. Don't worry, I'll introduce other websites also where you can practice shadowing. Different levels are there. To begin with, you can also practice shadowing using YouTube videos. You can practice shadowing by using some of the YouTube videos, not shadowing videos specifically. You can just play a clipping from a film and you can practice shadowing. If you know, it's well and good, but I can teach you. Okay, I'll do that. Don't worry. And along with that, you can listen to a paragraph and repeat after me. But remember, always find the space. Create that space to expand your thoughts, because that leads to thinking in English. When you think in English, you become confident. Now, it's time for you to repeat these sentences after me. Listen carefully and repeat so that you don't make a mistake in your daily conversation. I'm really not a morning person. Truth be told, I don't like waking up early. Every single morning, when my alarm goes off, I immediately look for the snooze button. I don't like rushing out of bed while it's still cold and dark outside. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some people love being up at 5 in the morning. They love doing exercise, planning their schedules, or even watching the sunrise. I respect that. But I don't like forcing myself into a routine that just doesn't fit my natural rhythm. It's just that I prefer quiet, slow mornings. And it doesn't mean that I hate mornings and early birds like you or someone else. Please feel free to pause and repeat these sentences several times and get your sentences right. When you become confident, your communication skills reach that level. It's not about the words. I hear a lot of people using idioms and phrases in unnecessary, inappropriate places. Of course, it's good that you use them. You learn from your mistakes. But remember, in a meeting or in a professional space, nobody's going to correct you. Okay, so create your space, create your environment, and this is one of the strategies that you can work on. It is really effective. Happy learning.